Faded Truth is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Ladies, listen up. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for you and your man's jewels. For any woman out there who has come across a hairy bush, you're now in luck. Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, had just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes, the 4.0. Make sure your man joins the 2 million men worldwide who are already trusting Manscaped with this exclusive offer. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code FADED at manscaped.com. If you're looking to purchase the perfect gift for him that he will actually use, Manscaped is my go-to. Goodbye hairy, hello clean. This sleek, well-designed and optimized trimmer is the best thing on the market for a cleaner shave, as it's waterproof and you can trim in the shower to spare the mess. There's definitely times that I have gone down there and I'm like, we're not going any farther because you're too hairy. Sorry, keep it trimmed. Girls don't want anything in their mouth other than what's supposed to be in there. Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on an intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade, reduced grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. This new sexy trimmer includes a multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock and also give your man the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. His balls will thank you. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 to 4. Ooh. You know what they say, trimming the bushes makes the tree look taller. Did I mention wireless charging? Our new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer, so you can make it sexy anywhere. Men, if you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, gross. You've been doing it wrong. Ladies, make it right for you and them with the new Lawnmower 4.0. Also waterproof, so your man can groom in the shower and not have to worry about making a mess on the bathroom floor. All right, so you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code FADED at manscaped.com. Ladies, this is a perfect gift for you and your man, and trust me, he will thank you. And men, your balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code FADED at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code FADED. Experience premium grooming with Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. Welcome back to Faded Truth. Before you do anything, like, share, and subscribe. And today I have Mr. Glasses Malone on the show.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling over there?
Cooling, man.
You've dealt with a lot of different things, though, growing up in the hoods. So you became a gang member, sold drugs. Your mom did a 20-year bid.
Yeah, she died in prison. Rest her soul. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. So she got sentenced to 240 months in prison, which is 20 years. So my mom was a registered nurse. She had a master's in nursing or whatever her degree was in, but she was a registered nurse, but kind of addicted to the hustle, you know, just being ahead, trying to get ahead. So she had figured out ways. It started off with simple ideas, turning $10 postal money orders to $1,000 money orders, you know what I mean, and crazy stuff like that. And that's how she first was getting on. And my dad was like really a smart person, like he was really wise, so he used to help her. But when they kind of split up, things start happening different. And my mom was like, she had super heart, so she was down. Even if the hustle wasn't completely thought out, she would just go get it and make it happen. So that's how she was. So it went from something simple as that. And then by the end of it all, you know, they took her nursing license, obviously, because she had gotten in trouble at that point. And now it became like just to survive. So she was on the 40 freeway with 10 kilos of cocaine and 7 gallons of PCP. Wow. And they caught on the 40 freeway going to.
And then she passes in jail.
Yeah, she died in 2011, so I think 6 or 7 years into her sentence.
I really appreciate you talking about her. It's Mother's Day, the day we're recording on, so R.I.P. to your mom.
Legend, yeah, she's a legend.
I hope you find mental peace, you know, knowing that she's in a better place.
Definitely without the struggle. But I mean, I was just thinking the other day, I wish I could talk to her. Like, I would have so many questions to ask her right now as I got older.
Okay, so obviously you needed a lot of outlets growing up. And that's, you know, so was music your main outlet, you think? Or what was the first kind of creative thing you got into?
my initial outlet was I used to write stories when I was in like 5th grade, and I used to sell stories. I actually never told anybody this, but I used to write these video game stories that was based off video games, and I used to write them by hand, and I would sell them to friends at school.
The video game stories?
Yeah. Like I wrote a story about Mario. I wrote a story about Mike Tyson. I probably wrote like 3 or 4 stories that I sold, and then I wrote other ones.
Wow. What was your favorite video game?
Growing up would have to be, I don't know if I had a favorite. Probably Mike Tyson Punch-Out, but I got so good at it kind of fast.
I was a Mario girl.
Mario was dope, but I like Mario Kart more.
Oh, yeah. Well, they came out with a Double Dash when I was younger on GameCube, but I was like, it's on.
So, obviously, right, growing up in high school, it was Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2, actually, at that point. Mortal Kombat. I played all of those games growing up. I probably haven't been an active gamer probably since 20 or 19 or something. Once I started pretty much hustling and selling dope, playing games was pretty much over.
As a man who grew up in that lifestyle, did you ever have like a spiritual awakening now that you're, how old are you, 40?
Yeah, 49. So the way I got out of selling drugs is one thing, right? How I used to convince myself that it was okay is I thought people were making conscious choices to purchase a product. And I would pride myself in selling a quality style of product. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I got the best of the best. So I used to convince myself that people were making a choice to spend their money. I didn't really understand chemical addiction, none of these things that were starting to control people. Right. So that's how I rationalized it. I didn't know better. When I figured it out, when the information hit me, it was all downhill from there. I got in trouble. I could tell I was making a bad decision at that point. I knew better. So music saved me from that. You know what I mean? Because like I got out of it based off of I was finna go to prison, and I got lucky, and I went to jail a lot, but I never ended up going to prison for it. And one situation where I was gonna go to prison the last time for like 3 years, and I remember I wasn't even scared as much as I realized that having a parole number meant now I'm committed to this life. Mm-hmm. You know, the journey back from people that go to prison into mainstream society is unbelievably, ridiculously too hard. And I knew that. So I knew once that situation happened and I could go to prison, now I was committed. Because I wasn't going to try to make the journey back from this lifestyle back to, square lifestyle. I knew it was on. So I was in court one day on one of the last cases I caught. And I remember praying to God, just being a smart ass, like, man, if you get me out of this, I'd never sell drugs again. Even though at that time, I didn't think it was possible to get me out of it. Like, it was that deep. Like, they had called me enough times, and this judge was hell-bent on putting me in prison. The police was hell-bent on putting me in prison. And I remember saying this bullshit prayer, like, oh, if you get me out of this, I'll never sell shine again. And it was like fast, it was like 2 seconds. And I had a fucking bullshit-ass public defender, and he comes in, he's like, yo, I'm gonna try to get you this case dismissed. Is probably not going to work, but it'll give us a little bit more time. We can work out a deal to try to get you less time in prison. Maybe I can get you 366 days where you only in jail for 5 or 6 months, but you're going to have a parole number. Public defender goes through the motion. Oh, this case should be dismissed based on blah, 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 whatever that talk is. The judge looked down. He like, you know what? That's true. Something up. You're lucky, Mr. Penniman, case is missed. Bam. So I'm like, oh my God, it's on. They didn't dismiss this case. All I'm thinking about is I'm finna go make so much churn. And I'm finna come back and I'm finna really get this money now. And I walked out the courtroom. I was smiling at the detectives like, y'all know it's on. And I got out that courtroom and there was something in my head kept saying, you said if I get you out of this, you'll never sell drugs again. And I never sold drugs again.
Wow. That's crazy.
There was God in my ear like that. As far as the gangbanging part, no, I feel no shame in that. I don't even look at it bad. I think poor people band together to stick together and they create their own opportunities.
Right.
I think...
But now that you're not in the lifestyle, right? Like,
I'm very much from where I'm from. I'm very much a 7th Street Watch gang member.
So that's why I'm confused, like, because you never really get out of it, right?
No, you don't, because getting out of it would be to say that these people aren't your friends anymore.
But do you have to put your life at risk or your freedom at risk because you're still in it? You know what I mean? Like, what if something happens? You know what I mean?
So it's tricky,
like,
right?
do you still have to be smart? Like, you older now.
Well, so I think when you have kids, you start making decisions. Right? When you get married, you start making different decisions. you start sacrificing who you are for everybody else.
Right.
I don't have any of those things. It's tricky, right? Because your friends are your friends. Like my homeboy Ron, this is my friend. And we've been knowing each other since I probably was 13 and he was probably 10. So if something happens to him, am I not gonna risk my life to get revenge or risk my freedom? I probably for sure still right now risk my freedom to do. If you did something to Ron, I'm gonna come do something to you.
Okay.
You know, so, and I don't know if it makes sense. You know, it's like if somebody came in here, I don't know if you have a bond with somebody, like that's tough. You know, maybe you feel like the justice system is gonna serve correct justice. I don't think it's justice for me. If you shot and killed one of my friends and you go to jail for the rest of your life, I want to get you stabbed in jail. I want to get pain inflicted on you because you deserve it. I mean, this is my friend. So that's really what gangbanging is about in a nutshell. When you friends with somebody, y'all friends forever. So I don't think you ever really get out of it. Does that make sense? I don't think you ever like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna let that cool. Like it's cool now because I'm grown. I'm old now. No, like if they did something, I'm gonna let the proper authorities do their job. I'm committed to this I'm committed to this outlaw lifestyle. I don't believe in the justice system doing right by humanity. I think it's one size fits all. That's not true. You know what I mean? Our circumstances are different. You can't treat me the same way you treat somebody in Beverly Hills. I got it. I don't need y'all to do nothing if somebody hurt one of my friends. I show you how this shit be done. I bring the wrath of God on these niggas about my friends. I read the Bible, man, and I look at all of the soldiers in the Bible. You know, people murdered in the name of God. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I don't. Nothing is gonna change that. Maybe when I'm 70 and I'm not able. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hit you with my
right
cane.
now, if something happened to Slow or feel me or one of my friends like unjustly, like yo, nah, we gonna see about it.
Is there a time in your life that you thought you were gonna die?
Sure.
What's the big one that jumps out to you?
When the rival gang, the Carver Parks, came through my neighborhood and we was playing a football game after we had finished shooting at them and they came back shooting at us and we was in the field that was wide open and they came back shooting some crazy shit and they shot two of my homeboys and they missed a lot of us, but I thought I was gonna get shot that day because all I heard was gunshots and I didn't dive or move or nothing. I just stood straight up. Outside of that, it was a time we were going to perform. It's a festival called The Gathering that's put on by ICP and the Juggalos, their fan base. It's called The Gathering. And it was a storm in Atlanta. And we couldn't land the plane. We were supposed to land in Atlanta and drive the rest of the way. And it was a storm cloud, a really bad storm in over Georgia. And we couldn't land, so we had to keep flying through it. It just kept over and over.
Oh, hell no.
There was a lady on the plane screaming and hollering. It was me and DJ Head. And this lady was just like every time she was going in rage. Because don't get me wrong, the turbulence was unbearable. But
right.
She was hollering. I thought I was going to die too.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
2 times. What's up, GLA $$ East Side. Y'all already know, man. If y'all fuck with me, fuck with her. The Faded Truth. Hit that subscribe button. It's right there. Just
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
I'm sorry I got you high.
It's all good. I'm used to it. Everybody around me smokes. I'm glad you could tell. You was like, oh, he fucked up.
All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Brain just sick. Anyway, she the plug. You can name any drug, and the way she stacked bread to the ceiling. You probably think the head was a feeling. Now I try $100 a head in the building. Say, I'm a dog with this. I walk in the store, give me all of this. I told baby girl, let me call it quits. Cause I don't see Einstein solving this.